And so I said, how much money you got? He says, I got $11. And I look at the gas gauge, and someone got like a quarter tank of gas. And he says, look, he says, there's a marathon station right across from where we're. He says, let's go over there. He says, I'll fill your tank up. He says, just take me home. So I get over there to the gas station. He fills the tank up. And I says, you know, you just let me know you got a credit card, right? And he says, yeah. I says, you know I can take your credit card, right? He says, yeah. I says, look, I'll make a deal with you. I said, I won't take your credit card. I said, I'll take you home, but you promise me you won't call the law until 1 o'clock. Give me a couple hours to get out of here. He says, you got my word on that. I don't know if he did or not.
He didn't. I think he waited. I'm still waiting on them to call me back, but I think that he waited from the person I talked to.
But I took him home, and I let him get his groceries out of the truck, and I said...
Tell him what groceries he had.
I like some oatmeal and some milk and some Splenda, and he was diabetic too.
Oh, it was?
So I let him take the key off the key ring, and I sat there for a second till I seen him get all the way up to the door, and then I waved at him.
He waved at the guy. He just took the car from him.
I told him I wouldn't hurt his car, man, when I do it now.
You tore his car up.
Messed up.
He's going to be mad at you because you didn't hold up on that part of it.
He held up on his part of the deal.
Yeah.
You have to make that car right at some point. So, by this time, it's like 6 or 7 o'clock then, because you told him to give you a couple hours?
It is 6 o'clock, that's why, because I asked him, he said it was like 6:03. No, yeah, I asked him, he said it was like 6:03, then I looked down at the radio and I seen that it was.
6:03 p.m. And that's on Thursday night. And that's so where did you drop him off?
Yeah,
was it close? I mean, was it close to the Walmart where you got it from?
He lived like a couple miles away.
Okay. What was his name?
I have no idea. I didn't ask him.
You didn't ask him.
And I didn't check the registration.
So was there anything in the car that you could get or use from there? You just had a car with a full tank of gas.
That's basically all.
Did you have any money at this point?
Just a few dollars left from the 20 that I found in
the pants.
Pants.
So now you're heading back north on what road?
Interstate 75.
He's on 75 heading north. You driving the speed limit?
Oh yeah, I was doing all things. And the thing of it is, I guess what really got me busted is my leg. It just started cramping up so bad. I couldn't stretch it out all the way. I didn't have I was eating a leaf like it was candy, and it just wasn't doing nothing. So I stopped and got some whiskey.
Where did you stop and get whiskey?
Well, this is later on.
Where did you find? What was after this? What was the next person or next thing you encountered? Next business, next person, anything?
I got all the way up to Knoxville on that tank of gas.
Where did you pick up the lot lizard you told me about?
That was in Knoxville.
Okay, so you hadn't picked her up yet?
No.
Okay, so you go all the way up and you make it to Knoxville.
Right, and I go to, I get up to Knoxville, and I'm driving around trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I didn't want to leave Knoxville because I know there's really nothing.
Did you drive straight through from Georgia?
No, I pulled over and rest at a couple of places.
Did you do anything or steal anything or anything while you was there? You didn't rob a pharmacy or nothing, nowhere? Did you ever have a gun?
I should have robbed a pharmacy.
Yeah, you needed it for your knees. Did you ever have a gun?
I never had a gun.
You never got a gun from anywhere?
No.
Okay. So you drove from Macon, Georgia, Thursday night at 6 in the evening, you leave and you're heading towards Tennessee on 75. How far down in Georgia is Macon? Is it down?
I know it's south of Atlanta.
Okay, so it's down there pretty far. So you're driving, so it's going to take you a while. Where was the first place you stopped after you left the old guy?
Probably, I lived south of Knoxville. Probably, if I remember right, it was probably about 25 miles south of Knoxville. I pulled over.
Okay. Do you remember what it was, or
a Comfort Inn or something? It was just one of them motels that I pulled in to sleep.
Okay. So how long did you sleep, or how long?
I stayed there for several hours, probably about 5 or 6 hours.
And then from there, is that where you went straight to where
Yeah, and then the next morning, oh yeah, there was something in that truck I used. That morning when I got up, I was driving around trying to figure out what to do. So I pulled in someplace and went to the console, and I found an IHOP card. That was a gift card.
Oh, yeah.
And so I went and made an IHOP.
Oh, that's good.
And,
Where was the IHOP?
In Knoxville.
Okay. So when was that? Was that Friday then?
Yeah, it was Friday morning.
What time?
All I know is just morning, probably 8 or 9.
Okay, at IHOP. And then after you leave IHOP, where do you go?
I'm driving around trying to figure out how to get some gas because I'm real low on gas.
You can just pull up, fill up, and leave.
You can't do it anymore.
You got to prepay.
Yeah, you have to prepay.
Oh, up here they've stopped doing the prepay.
Yeah.
A lot of the gas stations now up here they've stopped doing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You mean you put
You
gas
can
in?
put gas in and then go pay still, because people pay in cash. That's why I was just wondering why you didn't. Just go.
Down south, it ain't like that.
So you're driving around looking for a way to get money for gas.
And I went to this Ingles place, I guess it's a food store, several times. And just pulled in and waited. This was during this day. For some to look good enough for me to tackle. But nothing did because it was just too busy. And it was raining, and I'm really surprised they was getting that much business in this kind of weather. So I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time at one time there. You know, I wanted to leave and then come back. But after the first time, I went there 3 times. It was after the second time I went there that I left and took the girl up to was hitchhiking.
Okay. Where was she hitchhiking? Or where?
Just like an exit down from 75 from where this Ingles is.
And it was during the day?
It was during the day. In fact, it was like 3 o'clock.
Okay, so you pick up this girl just somewhere around Knoxville, right?
Yeah. She's standing out there in the rain on the interstate, and I'm thinking, what the hell is she doing out there in this weather, you know?
Did you ask her how the hell she got there?
No, I didn't ask her that. You know, she asked me, she said, this is some sucky weather we're having. I said, yeah.
Where did you take her?
Up to Raccoon Valley. I told her, I said, look, I can take you to the next exit as far as I can take you, because I don't have no gas. She said, well, look, all I'm going is just like 4 miles. I said, well, where at? And she said, Raccoon Valley. And I knew where Raccoon Valley was because I used to live in Knoxville. So I thought about it, and I looked at the gas gauge, and I knew I was taking a big chance.
She wanted to help her.
She was out there in the rain. It was cold. And I said, man.
She looked good.
No, she was just an average girl. And she's probably about in her mid-40s. So I took her to Raccoon Valley and let her off at the Pilot gas station.
Pilot.
And, you know.
Did you get any money from her or anything for taking her?
No.
She didn't. I mean, she didn't
She
have.
didn't have no money. She was asking me for cigarettes. So that's when I went back to Ingles. And when I pulled in Ingles, I mean, the gas gauge was below me. So I knew that, you know, if I didn't do anything then, I was going to really get stuck out. So I really got a little bit desperate. But then that's when the girl pulled up. What's her name? Carville.
Yeah. Lily, I think it's the first name. So that's when she pulled up, and were you sitting parked?
No, I was parked, and what she did, she came around, and I got a good glimpse of her, and she came around and she pulled over, she parked, and then, I just didn't even think about it. I just started the truck up and backed up and pulled up behind her, and I was sitting there like I was waiting, and until she opened the door. And when she opened the door, that's when I got out.
What did you say to her? I mean, when you?
I said, look, all I want is your purse. I don't want to hurt you, and something to that effect. And then she started cussing me out and swinging at me.
And she's sitting in the car?
And she's sitting in the car, but, I got her when she was turned sideways like this, when she was getting out. She already had her feet out. She was getting out.
Was she a bigger woman?
I don't know. I mean, she was just feisty. You know, and then I'm
I
trying.
think you picked the wrong one.
I did. I guess I did. But I mean, I wasn't wanting to hurt her. That's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, I done went this far and I got all these. I know.
You're going to get it no matter what.
All time he paid attention to me. I looked over, I seen his truck sitting there right behind mine, and he's watching the whole thing. And I'm thinking, any minute something's going to go down and something's really going to get nasty. And then she swings at me, catches me in my eye, and I'm thinking, man, how am I going to get out of this?
Was she still holding the purse the whole time?
She's still holding the purse, and then what really gets me is she lunges at me. And I'm holding this knife on her, and she lunges at me, and that's when the knife went into her. And I don't know, man, it was a crazy period.
What happened once that? I mean,
She finally really let go of the purse.
Did she just, you said she lunged at you. So
She's doing like this, that, you know.
how many times do you think that knife hit her?
I had no idea. I wasn't trying to press it into her or anything. Mostly I was holding it from her face so she could see how big this knife was. That's the reason I got this knife. I was intimidated. And it just didn't seem to work on her.
she almost whipped your ass.
And then when I got away from there and pulled into a gas station and got in her wallet to see to get how much gas money I could get out of her wallet, I wasn't expecting. I was only expecting maybe a few bucks in there, but then I opened and seen this big old wad of money. I thought, no wonder she's fighting over this purse. And then I get to counting, and it's mostly ones. She like had $150 $1 bills, and it's a big old wad. Couldn't believe it.
So what'd you do? Did you fill the gas tank up?
Yeah.
Where was this? What gas?
It was like just an exit or two down. I couldn't.
You jumped after this went with the lady. You jumped back in the Lincoln. Boom, you're out.
Right. Yeah,
You said there was another guy that saw this.
yeah, as soon as I got in, I looked through the rearview mirror and I seen him swoop down right next to her. I just come to her aid.
What'd you get at the gas station? Did you go in?
Yeah, you have to go in and pay first. And the thing about that, I don't know how much it takes to fill the tank up and none of this, so it was like a trial effort to figure out how this thing worked. So when I got like, I don't know, $40, $50 worth of gas and a couple packs of cigarettes.
Did you have any credit cards or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you just swipe one at the thing?
I mean, I didn't take no time at this point.
Do you know how to use that?
Well, the only time I ever seen that work was when the old man did it. And that's where he started.
I never thought about that. You
entered the zip code or something.
Yeah, a lot of times for security, you got to enter the zip code so that if you just have to steal somebody's credit card, you can't walk up and do it
without knowing.
You wouldn't know her zip code.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about you not knowing how to use that.
Now, how things changing.
How's that Lincoln start? Does it have a key that starts?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these new cars, you just have the key, and it has to be in your pocket, and you get in the car and you push a button.
You push a button.
There's not even a key anymore.
There's not even a key anymore.
Just the key, it's like electronic. That key sends a signal to the car saying, "Hey, I'm here." The car can start. So once you sit down in it, you just push the button and go. I wondered about that when they set up the Lincoln, because those are pretty nice cars, and I wondered how in the hell did you even know how to start it? But it was an actual key like it used to be. Okay.
This was like an 07, but it had it wasn't the Lincoln. It was like it's the Lincoln with the letters behind it.
The MKX or MK something is an SUV.
It was a Wells SUV.
Yeah, Lincoln SUV.
You know what an SUV is?
Well,
sport utility, like a truck kind of thing.
Yeah.
He knows he's driving the damn thing.
I laid the back seats down to. I didn't even know them things laid down until the very last time I slept back there.
So you go and you get a couple packs of cigarettes.
And then I go back down to Raccoon Valley, because I told her, I says, look, give me an hour and a half, I may be back.
Was you going back to get with it, or?
No. She says she was wanting to go somewhere that was not there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the closest place that she could.
So you get cigarettes and you go back to Raccoon Valley.
She wasn't there, so I left.
Okay. Did you stay there or buy anything there, or did you just drive through?
I bought a Tennessee t-shirt to get rid of the shirt that I had on, which everybody in God seen that I was wearing.
Right.
Did you see any police during this time?
Yeah, I've seen Knoxville is loaded with cops. I'd be driving down and they'd be all the time. And be flying by me, and I'd be paranoid, be looking through the rearview mirror. But you get used to it, finally, it happens, it happens.
So what'd you do with the clothes that you had on?
They're all in the car.
Oh, you left them in the car.
Yeah.
And you still had the knife. Where was you keeping the knife when you was driving?
I'm on the floorboard.
So she's not at Raccoon Valley. By this time, it's 5 or 6 o'clock on Friday night now, right? It's Friday. Yeah, we're Friday. And it happened like 4 o'clock is when, with the old lady where you got the purse from her, was like 4 o'clock on Friday. So how far back down the road is Raccoon Valley from there?
About 3 or 4 exits.
Oh, so it's just a little bit. So by 6 o'clock, you're back northbound on 75.
All right.
So Friday, about 6, you're back northbound. Where did you go from there?
I stopped somewhere and got some more gas because the money that I put in didn't fill it up.
Okay.
I
Was
don't
that
know where
Tennessee or was it in Kentucky?
Pretty sure it's in Kentucky.
Okay.
Then I know I went to Richmond, Kentucky, and because that's where I bought the whiskey.
Okay. Kessler.
Yeah.
Cheap. Bad. So you was in Richmond. Do you know what time or when? Was that Friday night or?
Yeah, it was Friday evening.
So. When did you? I saw. Remember Kyle, the deputy, was in here with us. I talked to him. He said when you was at the hospital, you told him you stopped by somebody's house in Florence too.
Oh yeah, I stopped by my niece's house, but she wasn't home.
Oh. So after Richmond's before Florence and all that, you stop by Richmond, you get Kessler. Did you buy a Coke to go with it?
No, I had a Coke out of someplace else once I got.
That's how you drink Kessler, ain't it? Kessler and Coke.
I guess.
Isn't it? How'd you drink it?
I like it straight.
Really? Oh my God. So you're drinking it as you're heading north.
What was you going to do at your niece's house?
Just how she was doing. I hadn't talked to her in a long time. And
Now I thought he told me that you
I
said
wouldn't
that
stay there.
you talked to somebody there and they said that Marshall's already been there or something.
I'm sorry. Let me back up. Oh no, we're at the right place. Now I went to my. I have a camper there in Irving,
Oh.
and I went up there, and my dad's girlfriend stayed.
My dad was born in Irving.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know where?
That's why I know Kessler. So you got a
Orange
camper?
Mountain.
Oh yeah.
That's where I was at.
Okay.
And I have a camper up there. And I went up there, I was going to get some, a few items of clothing. And Wanda, which is my dad's girlfriend, I knocked on the door. And I could tell by her voice that it was really bad for me to be there. So I left.
What did she say, or what did
She said, you need to leave. She said, really, you need to go. You know. So that was just enough to tell me that the marshal.
So did you stay there at all, or?
No, I was only there for like 2 minutes, and that was enough to get her out of bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What time was that?
It was early though. It's like 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. But she
That clock is way wrong.
She's
just
an
so you know.
alcoholic, and her bedtimes are
A little off.
erratic.
So you left then from Irving there with Wanda, and then you went to
That's when I went to Florence.
Florence, and you went to, you said your niece?
Yeah, I went to my niece's house and knocked on
What's
the
her
door.
name?
That's Sarah.
Sarah. Was she home, or?
Yeah, her car was there, but she works early in the mornings, and I didn't get there. I can't remember. Yeah, it was. It's after 11.
Okay.
So I didn't really put much effort in getting her up.
So you never made contact with her?
No,
either?
no.
Okay. Where does she lives in Florence? What's her last name?
Griffin.
Okay. And then you leave, so it's about 11:30 on Friday night. So you leave Florence 11:30, and then that's when you're coming northbound. And then did you stop anywhere
I went to Walmart down in Florence.
in Florence? That's where you got the jeans.
Mm.
You don't have them on them, are they? Did you know you still had the tag on the back of them? That's why we were laughing yesterday. You had the damn tag, the sticker, saying the size down the back leg of them. You forgot to take it off.
Where did you get the money for that? From the 150?
Mm-hmm.
So you filled gas up? bought Kessler. Did you buy food?
Yeah, but I always ate on the dollar menu at McDonald's. Okay.
What about the watch? You were telling me about the watch when we was walking back yesterday. Where did you get the watch from? Did you just heist it? It's a freaking watch. I mean, come on. Did you just steal it from Walmart?
Pretty much, yeah.
Tell me the story.
Honestly, I was pretty.
Do you think I'm going to go talk to Florence and say, hey, do you know how many people steal from damn Walmart?
I can't remember if I stole it or not because I drank some of their damn Kessler. I was pretty.
You were drunk. Did you just buy a pint?
Half gallon.
Where is the rest of it?
It's in the car.
Oh, wow.
It's the only whiskey I bought. It was half a gallon.
So, you're Kesslered up and you go on Walmart. Did you buy anything there or did you steal? Or?
Yeah, I bought the pants. I know I bought the pants and I bought a hat and I bought a shirt. And yeah.
And then when did you told me about one time in Walmart where you had the t-shirt on and you put a string around your belly and then you stole the bologna?
Yeah, that was in Macon.
Oh, so that was before, was that before you got?
Yeah, that was before I
got the truck you were at Lincoln. Was that the woman's shirt you still have on then?
Yeah, I put it over a brown t-shirt. I tied a string around the brown t-shirt.
And then okay. So, the last place you were was at Sarah's. Sarah didn't answer the door. And then you went to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And how long, you don't know how long you was at Walmart? Just long enough to buy a pair?
I pulled out of the Walmart parking lots and I headed up here.
Okay. And then from Walmart down there up to here, which would put about, I think it was like 2 in the morning when the guys got up here. And what they said you were weaving all over. Was that from the whiskey or was that from?
That's probably from the whiskey.
So you were good and liquored up.
Mm-hmm.
Which probably saved you in the crash. It kept you from getting hurt any worse. You were all limber. They said you were balled up in there. Did the fire department have to cut you out of the car?
Yeah.
Was you talking to them while you was in there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell them who you were?
Mm-hmm.
What were they doing? I kind of know.
I couldn't see their reaction.
You couldn't?
No, I had to put a thing over my face because it was busting the windshield out of the car.
Oh. So you're going northbound. Did you see the cops before they got behind you?
No, I seen them as soon as they turned the lights on.
And then you started to pull over?
Yeah.
And what'd you do?
I shot out across the median, got on the other side of the interstate.
And headed back southbound.
Right.
And then, did you see the cruiser you were coming up to with the stop sticks or whatever?
You know what a stop stick is?
No.
You know what we talk about, the sticks that we throw out?
I mean, they
puncture
kill your tires,
tires.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen them. I've heard. No, I didn't. I just
Exited.
took that exit by instinct.
And then you crashed, and then you ended up here.
Right.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn again.
You know what? You're gonna be the luckiest man alive. Because if you crashed the Vet at 112, you said, and you crashed the Lincoln at
Probably 100 mile an hour. Was you going that fast?
I was going pretty fast.
you gotta be the luckiest man alive.
How many times have you escaped out of prisons or jails or whatever?
How long are they going to keep me like this here? I mean, as soon as the first chance I get to plead guilty, I'm going to plead guilty just to get sent to prison. But this is crazy. It's like punishing me for something I ain't never done.
In cuffs? Is that what
No, having me...
Oh, they're not going. They're just scared to death because of the times, because you got out of Florida and stuff. But I think that you're going, that's just what's going to happen. Is you're going to go back, I'm guessing today, and go back to regular population. I'm pretty certain of that. Now, they'll still check on you and everything, but...
You're honestly, they're going to let me go to population?
Yeah, isn't that the way it is, Sergeant? Well, he's going to go back to regular population, right?
I would assume so.
The only reason why they kept you up here is because I had all these agencies. Oh, yesterday, my phone is nonstop, or they, like I told you, they once thought that you did a pharmacy robbery, and there was a guy with spiky hair and tattoos all up and down him, and I'm like, well, he kind of fits the description, but I don't think he had a gun. I don't think he had
a gun. I wouldn't have been using that damn knife. A gun is more intimidating than a
Right.
knife.
That's what I figured. That's why I was going through it. So that's why
They're worried too that
that you've done other crime. They're they're worried back there that you've done this other stuff too, and we're trying to figure out what it is. So they just kept you up there because they knew I'd be coming back to get you. So after this, I think that they're going to put you right back in. I mean, they'll still do the watch on you every 10 minutes because you're a magician by trade.
This is like the first time I broke out of jail in over 4 years.
When was the other times?
No, the North Carolina State Penitentiary was in like 89.
How did you get out of there?
One of the fence.
How did you get
I
out
was
of?
29. I was in better shape then.
You didn't have a bum leg.
And I ain't had no plate in my neck.
But what can we tell them too, that you ain't going to try to escape from our jail?
I give you my word, I'm not going to try to escape. I wouldn't escape from Florida if it wasn't for the circumstance. I'm too old for this.
What you say circumstances, I understand.
Tell him what happened in Florida.
I'm still baffled about how you got how you got a piece of hacksaw blade.
I don't have it now.
I know. Well, we don't know. But if you got one there, what tells me? I mean, it ain't me. I mean, I don't work in the jail. But how do I tell the people in the jail that
You're not going to get
you're
one
not
from
going to get one
somebody
from
here.
in there?
Because I don't have the money to buy one, for one thing. And I don't have no intentions of escaping. I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish by getting out of Florida. That's my whole intention. I want to first get out of Florida and second see my kids. I did one. So
Where you were heading to Richmond
to see my kids.
to see your kids? What were you going to do? You said you were going to.
I was in San Diego.
What were
I
you
mean,
doing out
if I
there?
would have made it that far, but it's not. This is fine.
You just want to see.
Would you rather stay in Ohio than go to Florida?
Yeah. I'd rather be anywhere than Florida.
That's why he's been telling me all these, because he wants all these other charges. He just doesn't want to go back to Florida.
That's true.
Yeah.
What is
You're
it?
confessing to all this stuff.
But you really did all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you saying, well, I robbed the bank even though you didn't, just so you can not have to go back to Florida. Because, you know what I mean? I want to make sure that you're telling me the truth on everything.
I mean, this here is obvious because you
Right.
faced me. And it's obvious about the Lincoln.
Right.
It's obvious about the girl. I mean, I had her ID.
Right.
And that's all the evidence you're going to have is the things I told you about because I didn't do anything else.
So, the Florida thing, I mean, you shot the gym guy. I mean,
Yeah.
you know you...
He pulled a gun on me. We wrestle over this gun. I get the gun away from him and shoot him, and they charge him with first-degree murder. And it's like, they're saying, well, you shouldn't have shot the man when you got the gun away from him. Have you ever fought over a gun with somebody? You know, it's something that it happens. You don't think about it. You're thinking about your life.
How many times did you shoot him?
I shot him 3 times, but it's like I couldn't stop. It's like the only thing in this world I'm really scared of is spiders. I don't know why it is.
Well, you got one on your arm.
Spiders are.
Is that therapy to put that tattoo one on your arm?
But they scare me.
Okay.
And sometimes when I see one, I overkill it. You know, it's like.
You want to see Jim as a spider?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Once I realized I had the gun, I couldn't stop shooting it.
Was Jim laying on the ground when you shot him?
The last time he was. The last.
So he was already laying on the ground, shot. Was he hurt?
trying to reach up or get up?
That's it. Then that's the part. You know, after in retrospect, I think about it. I wish I never done it. But I just like I said, I didn't.
Was he trying to get back up?
No,
Or
no.
what was he doing when he was laying there on the ground?
He was moving.
Was he talking or
No,
was he
wasn't
saying anything to you?
No.
So he wasn't talking, he's laying on the ground. You know he's alive because he's moving, and I mean, was he trying to get up or was he trying to crawl away?
Not after the last shot he was.
Well, after the second shot, when he's laying on the ground, what's he doing?
He's not dead. I mean, I know he's not dead.
How do you
Since
know?
he's not dead.
Is his eyes open?
His eyes are open.
Is he talking?
No,
Is he moving?
no.
What is, you know he's not dead though. You're hearing, you can hear him
Yeah, I
telling.
hear his lungs.
So you can hear him breathing, you know he's breathing. And then, how long between that second shot before you walk up and you said you walk up to
It was
him?
instant. It was instant. It was bam, bam, then bam. It was just like
And then you
that.
just walk up like
Right.
that.
It wasn't. I mean, I didn't have. There was no hesitation.
There was no hesitation between the first 2 shots and the third shot.
Right. It just that when I shot the first time, he took a step back, and I shot him again. He took a step back, and then when he fell, I just ran up on him and shot him again.
You want to make sure he was dead
I mean, that wasn't my thinking. It wasn't my thinking that I wanted him. It was just, I don't know. It was
You
like
just
it
got
was
angry.
releasing. It was, I don't know.
It's like it was a spider.
I've never been so scared in my life when you put that gun on me. It was the least thing I expected.
Why did you take, you said that you just wadded up. What, he had the gun, right?
Yes,
And he always had the gun.
convict with a gun. She didn't even had it in the first place. And then once I realized he was dead, and I'm holding this gun in my hand, I'm thinking, you know, I start thinking like, I'm gonna get time for this. And here I am, a convict, and I got this gun. It's 30 years off the top anyway.
Right.
And then I didn't know if I wanted to sell the gun, because here was where my thinking was confused. I knew I was gonna have to run.
Right.
And the gun to me was money. And then, but on the other hand, I didn't want him to get the gun. So I was thinking about throwing it in the river. So I was kind of like mixed
What
up.
did you do with the gun?
You would never believe what happened to this gun. You would never believe it. And it's probably the thing that saved my life when I had that crash. But I went to, here we go, I went to a Walmart.
So you take the gun with you.
No, yeah, I mean, it was in the car with me. But when I get out of the car to go into this Walmart, I don't pull out into the parking lot of this Walmart. I pull at the side. I guess where the employees park. And so I go into this Walmart. Well, I leave the gun laying on the seat.
Did you have the gun on you at the time, or what?
Oh, yeah, it was in my back pocket, but I didn't want to carry it in the Walmart, so I pulled it out of my back pocket and laid it on the seat. Well, I don't expect to be.
Where's this Walmart?
It's either in South Georgia or North Florida. I'm not really for sure. No, I think it was in North Florida, because I'm pretty sure I've seen the Georgia sign coming up after this happened. But I go in the Walmart. I plan on staying.
You leave the gun
in the
Did you
car.
hide it in the car?
No, I just laid it there. I mean, it's laying on the seat. I mean, if you walk up and you look, I mean, because the car is kind of cluttered anyway, because I got my clothes in there and stuff. I suppose you come up and you look in. I also had some marijuana
Where did you get?
that they stole.
Where did you get the marijuana?
I had it. I don't smoke regularly, but every now and then I smoke a joint.
But where'd you buy it?
Well, this was
It was before you did all the
before I
shooting.
did all the crime.
It was before you shot him and stuff.
Yeah, this was.
Oh, yeah.
Like I buy like a quarter ounce, and this sucker lasts me like a month and a half.
Right.
You know? But
So you leave your gun and your dope in the car.
right, and I went into Walmart.
Did you lock the car?
Yeah, I locked the car. And I come back out, and the driver's side door window is laying on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a bunch of glass laying on the ground.
There's
I
no way
knew
somebody stole something.
somebody got in my car. They took the gun.
The gun you just shot and killed somebody with.
Right.
You were the victim of a crime.
I was.
Would you like to make a report on that?
Did you file a report? You call the police, say, somebody stole my dope and my gun, I just killed this guy down here with. What do you think the cop would say to you?
Well, that's why I lied to him when they caught me. I told him I threw it in the river. I did. That's what I told him.
Did you throw anything else in that river?
A cell phone.
Your cell phone? Or?
No, it was his cell phone.
What river? What are you talking about?
The Indian River, Indian River.
When did that happen?
I mean, this was back on.
When you did when the shooting happened and you were in the
Right,
Corvette.
right. I told him I threw it in the river when I threw the cell phone in the river, and then I never threw the gun in the river.
You had the gun stolen from you.
Right. But I eventually owned up to it and told him what happened. I mean, hell, at that point it didn't even matter.
I can't believe somebody stole the gun.
But when I had the wreck, if that window was still in, I don't think it would have threw me out. When it did, I would probably been dead. Because, I broke my neck in 4 places. My arms was paralyzed. Disc 2 and 3 was wedged into my spine. And the doctor said I could sneeze hard and be paralyzed. That's how bad it was.
So how long was you in the hospital and stuff?
I'm still under doctor's care. That's why I was trying to get them to give me some medication, and it won't.
Has the nurse come up to see you?
Yeah, I told her I take Tremdol, that I can't take Tylenol, I can't take ibuprofen. That's why the doctor has me on Tramadol. And I've been under doctor's care since the 17th of April. When they flew me back down to Florida, my doctor down there is Dr. Hepler, and I'm still under his care. In fact, the first 4 months that I was down there, they wouldn't even put me in population. They kept me in medical because of my neck.
Right. So, you threw, it was Jim's phone then? Is that?
Yeah, it was Jim's phone.
Why'd you throw his phone in the river?
I had no idea.
Why'd you take his phone?
It was in the car.
Oh, it was in the car. Did you just get out and throw it, or did you throw it as you're driving?
I just pulled over and chunked it out.
But you still had the gun with you. And then you go up the road to Walmart. You had money then because you had been out. So you went in. What did you go in Walmart?
I had money because I had worked. I used to work for this guy, so
right.
I had money.
Did he have any money? Why didn't he take cash? I knew he was going on the road. I was taking cash from him. Did he have any?
Yeah, but I'm sure he does if I went in his office and got into his billfold. But I wasn't trying to make a crime. I mean.
You were just trying to get away.
Yeah, I mean, this is hard to explain.
So, I wondered who the hell ended up with that gun then.
I don't know.
Does Florida know about that?
I told him.
So, I'm trying to think, make sure I've got everything so they don't drive me nuts with trying to get stuff. This second time, after you escaped out of prison, or out of their jail down here in Florida, did you, between now and when we arrested you, when you crashed the Lincoln, did you ever acquire a gun? Did you ever have a gun?
No.
Never had a gun?
No gun.
The only weapon you had was that knife?
The only weapon I had was a knife.
The only times you used that knife was the 2 times you told me, which is the old guy where you got Lincoln from that you took home, and the old lady who attacked you after you tried to rob her and she got stabbed. Did you use the knife any other time or anything else?
No.
So after that, the knife, in which we got the knife because it was in the car.
You still have the car?
We still have the car.
No, they won't let me have my glasses because
They've got the glasses.
They said they're broke. I have another pair of glasses in there that I don't like to wear because they look like they're girl glasses. I need.
I'll get them out of there, but I can't do it until a judge comes in. This is Sunday, so tomorrow, because I'm gonna have to get your clothes out of it that you had on when you was down in Knoxville. So we're probably we have to get a search warrant before we can do it. I can't go in, and it's not your car, so you can't say, well, I'm giving you permission to go in and get it. So I have to get a search warrant signed by a judge. But when I do that, I'll get, and if there's glasses in there, and I know
they
there's
have black tinkles and they're clear on the front.
black tinkles, okay. And I'll get them if they're. Is that the reason why they're not giving you the ones
That's
back here?
That's what they say.
That's because they're broke.
Yeah.
I think they're afraid you're going to shimmy out of something.